And what's up, guys? Happy Saturday. Hope everything's coming through. Everybody hear me? How do I look? Wait 30 seconds for the chat to confirm. What's the StreamYard logo? Get out of here. Boom. You know who I am. Don't need that. All right. We got Chad Kinsler. Thank you. All good. All right. Here we go. Happy Saturday, guys. Spontaneous live. I thought about it today. I was like, I have this Dio to show off. I was going to do a video, and you guys that make videos or thought about making videos or have made videos understand there's a lot that goes into it and just didn't have the time to do it. So I was like, I'll go live. I'll set it up, and I'll share it real quick. Not going to be a long live tonight, probably about 30 minutes to an hour. And then we have a giveaway towards the end, and I'll go ahead and talk about that a little bit. Foam Formers reached out to me today and was like, hey, I want to donate to tonight's giveaway. And I was like, hell yeah. That's awesome. Very awesome of you to do. Not only is Foam Formers a huge or tremendous asset to the Diorama community or us artists, they're always sharing our work. They're always there in the community doing things, pushing us, doing things for the community and outside the community. Here's another great example of them giving back to the community once again through this channel. So thank you very much, Foam Formers. We'll talk a little bit more about them after the Diorama unveil here shortly. Here for the giveaways. Yeah, let me go through. I'm going to run through and say what's up to everybody. I do appreciate you all coming out tonight, given this was about a day's notice, so kind of short notice. I'll go ahead and say it. So we'll run through the lineup. As usual, I feel like Lucky Butter, you are here early in the chat just about every week during the Diorama Talk season. So thank you very much, Lucky Butter. 796 Studios, what's up, dude? Toy Rensu. You had some great story posts since last Thursday, or this past Thursday, that had me chuckling quite a bit. Star Marvel, what's up, dude? What's up? Toying around. Yo, High School Mike. Yep, that's me. Darg, what's going on? Oilers. Hola. I'm just here for the ladies. I mean, Dios. We'll be talking about Dios. Chad Kinsler, what's going on? Toy Malarkey, what's up? Marcus Yee, what's going on? Doombot 9000. Donald Layton. I think that's new people on the the live tonight. Thank you for coming by, stopping by. White Mike Vegeta, what's going on, dude? Who else we got here? Adam G in the house. The DMC, what's up, dude? I'm here for the giveaways. That's good because we're going to be giving something away tonight. And we have Cerebral Deep. What's up, dude? Once again, thank you all for coming out, sharing this moment with me. I'll stop moving because I'm blurring in and out. There we go. And stopping by and sharing this, kind of unveil with me. Like I said, I want to do a video, but, too much time involved with doing that. So what's better? Bring everybody and do it live. They see all the mistakes, and you can show them all the details while you do it. So, yes, welcome all the new people to the channel. Had a bunch of new subscribers this week, which is interesting. I'm going to change something right here. I don't like the way these... There we go. That looks a little better, right? Changing stuff on the fly. That's how we do it here on the High School Creations YouTube channel. All right. So let's get into it. I've had this diorama I've been cooking up for, the past 3-4 weeks. Admittedly, I've been a lot slower in getting my work out. So there's not been as much content. I hate calling it content, but that's what it is, right? Content to put out on Instagram. I actually took a long break. It felt like a long break anyway. Hope my audio isn't coming in too bad. Well, it felt like a long break, and so I'm back for a little while. I've been on vacation for the past week, so I've been able to work in the shop a whole lot more and get posts out, and do the whole social media thing. So it's felt great doing it, but I don't know how long I'm going to be able to do it. If you caught the Thursday Enablers edition of Toying Around's unboxing, I talked a little bit about how I'm stepping back from social media, not because I want to, just because, this isn't what I do for a living. And what I do for a living is going to be a little bit more involved with 2022. I've taken on a new role in my career, and it's going to take a lot more focus. So I'm not going to have as much shop time. I can say this, though. What free time I do have will be family and building, just like it always is. Just going to be a little bit more less of it this year. And until I get into the rhythm of this new role, I don't know how much stuff I'm going to put out. So I figured I'll just talk about it with you guys. I don't want you to think that something's happened to me or anything like that. If you do, so I'm preemptively going to go ahead and communicate that I'm stepping away a little bit. Just because of time. And if I get to post more, that's great. If I don't, you guys know why. So anyway, that's the gist of it. I'm not leaving the hobby or anything like that. Just, I got to do what pays the bills and takes care of the family. And as much as I love the hobby, I can't sacrifice the hobby for, the career. So anyway, enough talking about that Debbie Downer stuff. Let's get into why everybody's here, and that is this diorama reveal. And I'm going to pump it up a little bit. I'm going to talk a little bit about it before I show it off. Actually, here's a teaser. I just messed with my settings when I did that. Sorry, guys. So, yeah, so I've typically done corner dioramas. That's not unheard of. I've done, 20 of them in the past couple of years. I feel like I know on Instagram, not Instagram, but Etsy. I was looking just the other day. In 2020, I sold 13 corner dioramas. In 2021, I did about 5. This one being the last one, and it spilled over to 2022. And here recently, Mario came down. We wanted to build together in the shop for quite a long time. And after, the trip to Cali and hanging out with the Enablers, we were like, let's do it. So I convinced Mario to come down. I bribed him actually with a plane ticket to come down, hang out with me, and build in my shop. And a plus, he got to come hang out with Poncheesy as well. So we got together. We built in the shop. We built this really cool 5-hour build challenge. Navarro type diorama for Kevin, and it was very inspiring. At that point, I've not really built a whole lot, and we went downtown for lunch one day, and we were just walking around looking at architecture. What does dioramas do for inspiration, right? And research and, references. He was like, I see where you get a lot of your architecture. And, we got into talking about it. And, you know, he was like, how come you don't do one specifically themed down here? And I was like, I've always wanted to. I just never really got the build to do it. And ironically, this corner diorama build came up just in time. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to build what I'm going to call a Charleston, downtown Charleston inspired diorama. It's going to be a corner store. So I started doing some research based on the techniques I know how to do. There's a lot of awesome architecture that I didn't want to jump into because I would have to learn how to do it. So I did some research, and I came across. Let me share my screen real quick. I came across one that I thought was a contender for what I wanted to do. Make sure you guys can see this. Here we go. There's Google Maps. We're going to drill down here. Charleston, if you guys aren't familiar, this is planet Earth. Specifically, this is North America. More specifically, this is the United States right here, in case you don't know. But if we zoom in, this is South Carolina, way down here, right above Georgia, right above Florida. And Charleston sits right here on the coast. Charleston is protected by these two islands, Folly Beach and Sullivan's Island, and it is a harbor. It's a port city. Charleston is one of the original colonies. It's one of the first founding cities in the U.S. It's very old and historical. So there's a bunch of rich culture, rich architecture that dates hundreds of years, new and old. And it's all put together. King Street is one of the main streets in downtown Charleston. So I know I wanted to focus on a building there. So I spelled it wrong in my post, but so I dove in here to King Street and Cannon. And you guys can already see, looking at the top of this building, this is a rusted building. And you guys saw that I was doing rust techniques on these buildings. So let's dive in a little further and a little closer here so you guys can see where I was getting my inspiration. Let's drop the little man here and let's zoom in. I'm hoping you guys can still see this. So here we are. This is the side view of the corner store here. This is Cannon Street that intersects with King Street. Interesting enough, when Mario is here, he's like, oh, I really like this green color. And I'm like, oh, that's Charleston green. It's a rich, dark green color. So I knew I had to include that. But this is the building, right? This off-white, dingy, old building. You can see it's kind of dipping down in here. This building's probably, I didn't do a whole lot of research to find out like age of the building and specific architecture. I just did everything from looks. But you can tell it's a very old building. If we flip around to the front here and just look at it from the corner, very old building. It was probably originally like a residential building that was converted. I think the top is actually still probably apartments. It's very common for downtown. You guys can see this, right? Okay. This was a prime candidate for me. It's a corner store. I've always wanted to tackle these corner stores that have kind of like that missing corner, like it's pulled in. I don't know the word for that, but so this was perfect. It had this siding that I've always wanted to do. It had the Charleston green. It's a storefront, like I've already said. It incorporated this cool, you guys can see it. It's kind of like slate tiles, and this is all through downtown Charleston. So something I wanted to do. It had a palm tree. Never tackled any kind of trees really to completion. And if I was going to do this, I wanted to have specifically this palmetto tree. South Carolina state tree is a palmetto tree. So I knew I had to incorporate that. So that was exciting. So there was some stuff I knew how to do and some new stuff, right? So this is it. There's a bunch of little features here. There's windows in the front. There's that AC in the wall, the color scheme, the metal roofing, the palmetto tree. There's going to be some things I didn't incorporate just due to time, like this light pole and stoplight, this light pole over here. But this is where I drew my inspiration from, and wanted to start there. You got a bot in the chat. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not paying attention. Which one is it? Let me know, and I will get rid of them. I put somebody in timeout. If you weren't the bot, I do apologize, but hey, that no problem. Bat Force, it's always good, and you're super supportive. So thanks for rolling through. Anyway, all right, get back to it. So that's the inspiration behind this diorama. Charleston, downtown specifically, Charleston, downtown themed diorama. Ironically, we also, when Mario was down here, we ate off of King Street at Hall's Chop House, one of the best steakhouses in Charleston. Charleston is a foodie's paradise, by the way. So if you ever stop here to visit, make sure you come down Charleston, do some historical tours, eat some great food, and come hang out with me in my shop. All right, moving on. So let's get to the reveal of this diorama. So let me stop sharing my screen here. Let's switch to camera 2. All right, guys, here it is. This is the corner diorama. Now, I added a few things in here just to have some flair. Maybe down next week. All right. Hey, Mike, come through, man. Me and you've already collaborated on some things. That'd be cool. Hey, later, Grumps. I like food. I like food. Yes, I like food. Yeah, unfortunately, as much as I love doing commissions, this year specifically, 2022 is going to be the year I finish up the commissions from last year, and I focus on just building for myself. So really, that's like doing some more experiments. I will sell the things that I build probably, but a lot of it's going to be just trying new stuff, building stuff I've not built before. So it's going to be a year of just research and development, a little R&D. But yeah, that's what this year is going to be. So no new commissions, unfortunately. I was going to try to do some, but with the new position, I'm not going to be able to do that. So sorry about that. Happy birthday. So this is the diorama. Like I said, I added some things in here just to give it some character, like the vehicles won't go with it. The 2 brick walls or 4 pieces of brick walls in the back here won't go with it. Yeah, those vehicles are awesome. They are actually they were weathered up by Lionheart Dioramas. I purchased them from him. These are RC vehicles, super dope vehicles. But anyway, this is the teaser photo. You guys saw this in my thumbnail, hopefully. Hopefully I posted enough like that you guys can go back and see from the beginning to this stage, kind of the things that I worked on. Yeah, Oilers, definitely. I just need some of that self-reward and less stress kind of stuff, right? Because I know I want to be stressed enough at work, and I just want to build to vent, and I want to get back to that a little bit. And I know from doing that, I'll come out stronger in the hobby, later on this year or next year. So it's a win-win. It's just, it's just a different approach. J dioramas, the realest looking diorama. Love it. Yeah. I try to do realistic, and I think that's because I'm very good at reproducing the things that I see, and not as, and I hope to change this year. I'm not as great as coming up with my own stuff, but I'm hoping to change that this year. You almost, you're going to love building this year. Yeah, this year's going to be fun. So let's get into it, guys. What I'm going to do is change some camera angles. I'm actually going to get up and we're going to walk through this. I'm going to put you in my hand. So I'm going to join from a mobile device. So let me get set up for that. So what's going to happen is I'm going to mute my main mic and I'm going to go mobile so you guys can hear me there. And we're going to get up close and personal with this diorama. So let's go to camera 3. It's kind of dark, but I can fix that. All right. And then I'm going to jump into my mobile device here. And there we are, guys. All right. Up, no shot of me. I think you guys can see this. What I'm going to do is do this. And we'll see how cool this looks. Let me change my camera here to the back camera. All right. There we go. Oh, little inception action. You guys can still hear me? Can I get a thumbs up? You can still hear me? A thumbs up. Let me a comment that you guys can hear me. I don't want to step away until I can confirm. There we go. We got a thumbs up. Thank you, Beard. All right, here we go. Let's go to the diorama. So I'm going to come around here. I'll flip on a few lights. Kind of a shop tour. Kind of not a shop tour. All right. So here we go. Up close and personal. You could see from, when I was stating or talking about the rusted roof, you can see where I got the inspiration for that. And that comes down to this rusty roof panel. I don't know where to start. There's so many goodies here. But you can see it definitely pulling inspiration. It's not an exact replica. It's very hard to do, especially in this scale. But I did try to do my best to try to, get the impression of, that corner store. So I try to, do these slate style sidewalks. I got the tree, I got the pole, got the AC, tried to reproduce that overhang as best that I could. Try to reproduce a lot of it best I could. So we'll talk about, sorry guys, I've never done mobile before. All right, here we go. I can see the chat now. All right, amazing, man. That's freaking awesome. Hey, yeah, thanks. Okay. So yeah, so you guys tell me what you want to see, or I'll just run through it either way. What I'm going to do is move some of these vehicles out the way because I don't want to smash them or break anything. But yeah, these vehicles are dope. There's an FJ and there's this old, I forget what this is called. This is a Suzuki or something, but really, really dope vehicles. I'll start with a tree. So Oilers has talked about doing these trees. I think he's got some videos coming out. If you guys want to see a high quality run through of how trees are made, he's going to have something on his YouTube channel later this year, hopefully in a couple months. But I think his process starts very similarly, probably a little different near the trunk. But these palm fronds, you can get these from, Michael's or Hobby Lobby in the fake plant area. I don't know what that section is called, but these are individual palm fronds that were a lot bigger. But what I did was I took an X-Acto knife and just made them uneven. I cut the tips of them off so they were more sharp or pointy versus being round. Some of them I made very asymmetrical because when whipped palms just aren't symmetrical. But yeah, this actually comes off. Let me see. Try to do this one-handed without breaking anything. So for shipping, I thought this would be easier to make come out. That way it doesn't get all messed up. But you can see here the individual palm fronds here. And they're wired, so you could bend them. This could be manipulated. I have a few dead ones under here that I've dingied up. And then I hit the ends of most of these with a very light, like greenish yellow, just to give it a little bit more realism. And then I wrapped it with some burlap just to give it, I don't know, the feel of some kind of palms. Magnetic base. There is a piece of metal underneath that spot, and that just clicks into there. That's probably very familiar with most of you builders. These, during the siding, this siding is chipboard that I cut on the laser. The Boss LS 1620. And I had some leftover pieces, and I was like, oh, that'd be perfect for like, the cutoff ends of the palm fronds as they split going up. So every layer I did one, split palm and then wrap some burlap around all the way down until about here. This is the part I think I could do better next time. I could probably blend that in with some, sculptor mold or, some sort of clay. And then got down here to the palm tree itself, which I thought came out really good. Obviously I can always improve in the future, but I've got a lot of compliments on this, so I was very happy with it. And it was the first one for me. So that helped really make this, to me, not just a regular building. This building is from somewhere specific, and that is here in downtown Charleston. I'm going to remove some of these faux bricks here so we can actually see what this diorama is. And sorry, guys, I can't see the chat. Let me go back and see what's going on here. I bet you have, a shrink ray. Yeah, I wish I had a shrink ray. Cool. Yeah, the laser, dude. Bearded Builds. I know you got the X-Carve, and I got a Shipoko. Right now, it's a diorama rack. But since getting this bad boy, like I've not messed as much with the CNC. There are certain materials I just can't cut, like PVC. They emit toxic fumes. That's both bad for the equipment and for people in the environment. So I still use it for that. But the laser, dude, is just my jam. Anyway, I'll show some stuff I did with the laser. So siding was done with the laser. Let's break this down a little bit. Move some stuff out of the way here. So the roof comes off. And what I did on the interior is a little different. I went with, at one point, a lot of downtown Charleston were like half renovated, left to basically abandon. So what I want to do is kind of reproduce that with the apartment above. So the roof comes off. It's almost a seamless break in between the two sidings, which I thought was really cool. I did this kind of corrugated roof using styrene. And then I used chipping medium to get that rust. So you apply a couple layers, then you apply your rust layer, then you apply your chipping medium, and then you apply your paints, your top coats. And my top coat of choice was a light green and then kind of a darker green, so that when I started chipping this stuff away or sanding down at it, lightly sanding to get some of these markings, that came through. So you get these variation not only in the rust, but in your top coat. So I thought that came out good, a little shiny. So once I finally seal this up, paint admittedly is still drying, but top coat will go on tomorrow and allow it to dry 24 hours. I did put some magnets in here just because when you see the other side, you'll see that there's no actual, on the back side of it, any kind of supports. So on the inside, what I thought was cool was I used the laser to create these roof trusses, which really made it really stable. And I thought could make some cool shots. If you caught my Frankenstein photos, I tried to do that. I put in some wood here to give the impression of interior plywood that's been heavily rusted. And then I did some wiring in here and then some plank boards that may have been put up and forgotten about. So I thought that was kind of cool. So that's the top roof panel. So then we have this next piece. You got 3 windows in the front, window on the side that could be backlit. I should probably show you the back side before I break this thing down. So that's what I'll do. Throw this back up here real quick. So got my Loom Cube on here. So you can see it's very dingy, dirty inside. Cracks and stuff like that. I did put in some nice window seals that I cut with the laser. I say nice. They were nice until I dingy them up. And then on the inside, you have this like really exposed like subflooring. There's some old like dark hardwoods that was there at one point. I guess somebody was going to come in here and renovate. And they brought the wood in, but then forgot about it, and it's just gotten wet and mildewed. So that's like my version of an abandoned type apartment that was going to be renovated. And then here's the storefront. It's just your standard brick concrete floor. This is typically what you'll see in downtown Charleston. You got Frank in here, Frankenstein's monster in here, and then you got some weathering, some stuff like that in the backside of, those storefront windows. So that's the backside. And you see what I'm saying? There's no supports here, but it's rigged up in a way. This will probably fail this time around, but it's rigged up in a way it can hold a couple figures without falling. And I achieved that by overlapping some of the foam, as well as having these little wood supports in here. And then there's like a magnet behind it. So I like that kind of exposed. It looks cool. And then, there will be columns in case you want to have that extra support. You can throw a column in there. Let me get this stuff out of the way. See, this is what I mean. It's now a Dio storage. There's some fire escapes. What I was going to mention is, I don't know if Random Diorama's in here, but he threw out a ruler challenge. And here is my hashtag ruler challenge entry. I don't know if that's still going on, but here they are. Anyway, back to the show. So let's break this down. Actually, let me look at these comments. Good story, bro. Yeah, I'm not good at telling stories. I like how the windows are dirty as well. Yeah, try to. Yo, Mr. C, what's going on? Gary, my man, what's up, dude? What's up? Sorry, guys. I'm just getting back to the chats. Freaking lasers. Yeah, Dr. Evil. Shit. Yeah, if you can get your hand on a decent laser, yeah, I'm telling you, obviously it's a game changer, but so much easier to use in my opinion. It's just straightforward. Anyway, so let's take the top off. Take your top off here. All right. What I tried to do in this one, and I think most dioramas build it, but I tried to make sure everything was painted. So it's everything's painted. No pink showing. So move these lights out the way. This piece just comes out, right? It's got the one magnet there, and then it just rests on those two things. And it's enough support for a couple figures. So that's your first piece. And then if you come around the front, this piece is kind of a friction fit, but also has magnets as well to make sure you can break it down. And I do that because of shipping. A lot of times it makes it easier, and plus people can store them later on, no problem. Then we have this roof panel, and this piece slides up. Forgot to take the pole out. This piece slides up. And you see that notch? There's a notch there, and that keeps it straight and positioned there. So that's one piece, an L-shaped piece. And the last two pieces are kind of sidewall pieces. Try to do this without breaking stuff. Do it one-handed. Lay it flat here. Ooh, I did it. All right, so there's your piece here. And then your final. This is probably the biggest piece here. I try to make pieces small because boxes get large, and obviously shipping now is rather expensive. Close up on the door and the windows here. AC unit. So it breaks down quite small. I should have showed you, but it's strong enough to support itself under its own weight, so I could pick the whole thing up without it falling. And then these individual pieces are not magnetized. They are just sitting there. And I did that because one is 1/2-inch foam, and two is it doesn't move once it's down. Or if the customer wants to, they could break these pieces apart and use them for other, other pictures. Now you'll see some of this is kind of shiny. Once I hit it with the matte coat, it will not be shiny, and that'll seal it up as well. But tried something new here. Tried to do a little bit of terrain grass. If you saw in the oh, you guys see the back of my head. So weird. I tried to do some of terrain grass on both of these open, exposed like tiles where you saw the dirt and like the grass growing up from the Google Maps picture. So I tried to reproduce that. That's new. But most of this other stuff I've done before, right? But anyway, these pieces break out. And a little up close of the weathering and kind of the slate look I tried to do there. But yeah, so all that breaks down. It's one big puzzle. And that's it. What the duck shirt? Is that what it said? I don't even know what I'm wearing. Oh, what the duck? Okay. Well, that's it, guys. That's the build table. That's what's on the bench. That's what's shipping out tomorrow or Monday. It's only Saturday. And then come Monday, I'll also be getting all right, I'm back, guys. Yeah, so what do you think? I wasn't able to read the comments live. I'll go back through and look at it. But yeah, that's it in a nutshell. It's kind of quick, but I wanted to show it off, break it down. I didn't really talk about a lot of materials. I do apologize. But everything was either cut by hand or cut by a laser. I used styrene, half-inch foam, a lot of balsa wood. Like I love going to Hobby Lobby or Michael's and going to that little wood section, and I'll pick up all different variations of wood, the thin plywood. That stuff is great, especially if you're just doing like a veneer on something. It doesn't have to be solid wood, but you can use that thin veneer, and it's super thin, and it gives the impression of wood, and it really finishes up a piece nice. But yeah, wood. Like I said, I tried some new terrain stuff, so some terrain grass, little gravel, like fine gravel, acrylic, and magnets, and that's it, with some acrylic paint as well. So all those things you can find at Hobby Lobby or Michael's, or even I think Lowe's and Walmart. Walmart definitely. Lowe's is even like Lowe's Home Improvement is even has a hobby section with I think some testers paint now as well. So this hobby is getting a lot of love, and there's a lot of stores with this stuff, and there should be no reason why, if you want to be doing this stuff, guys, that you can't get out there and do it. The inspiration, the resources, the know-how, it's all out there and available to you. So you only have yourself to blame if you want to build and you're not building right now, because it's available to you in all the forms that you want. Let me show off. I did a little bit, but let me show off this Navario diorama again. That this is a collaboration that happened right here in my shop with me and 796 Studios. Mario built most of this. This is his design piece. I had a hand in helping design the laser gravel here, and then designing the door as well as the door jar, and then final paint. Everything else was Mario. The structure, the design, the carving, the cutting, that was all Mario. I just finished it up with paint. That was his side of the build challenge. We each did a column. This is my column here. Little rock structure. This is Mario's column here. Painted with the same technique. The Roxy NYC Club Diorama. Check it out on my channel, bro. I'm going to... Oh, yeah, I'll have to check that out. Here is my side of the diorama. So I did a wall with some texture and then painted just like the other ones. This is hand painted. I'm getting a tickle in my throat, guys. Hand painted and then airbrushed the darker colors on, which I thought came out really cool. It was a quick paint, nothing crazy. If you guys have painted the Star Wars Tatooine or Navario type, it's very simple. It's only a handful of colors. And it's very forgiving because you're reproducing just like dry aged stuff. And then here's a floor, same pattern. This is just, cut, not cut, but engraved with the laser. So that is going out to Kevin, toying around, as a thank you for just being awesome. So thank you, Kevin. You are awesome. And that diorama will be shipping out hopefully later this week. I'll get that to you, as well as a Peter B. Parker. I'm doing a trade. Cool. Well, let me catch up on some comments, guys, and then I can be more active with you guys. Wood. What's that? Artwit. Jeez. Artwit Toys. Here we go. What's up, dude? Are those vehicles, Mike? Is that the older chat? Yeah, those are vehicles. They are RC cars that are, I think, actually 1/10 scale or 1/12 scale, and they were weathered up by Lionheart dioramas. Hey, Chad, thank you. Yeah, styrene is a great product, man. On the hobby aisle, you can get tubes, you can get squares, you can get sheets of all different thicknesses. It's a very versatile product. It is heat sensitive, but that can also be a good thing, meaning you can use the heat to, apply it and, form it to how you want to do it, but just be cautious. It is heat sensitive. It will melt super quick. Oh, thanks, Oilers. I feel like I should get a merit badge or something with that coming from you. Oh, missed a comment. 796 it was a blast. Need to do it more in person. I agree. Like I would love to do more collaborations with people. I think if anything this year, maybe, along with, me just working on personal stuff, is collaborations. I do feel like collaborations are a form of that inner, I say inner vent, but inner, challenging yourself, because it is, when I was working on this piece and I'm painting like Mario's structure, like that can be nerve-wracking because you don't know what the original thought was on this, right? So maybe you paint it in a way that, that wasn't their vision. So, but you got to push all that stuff to the side and just do your thing, right? And I think it came out well. Mario agrees. Probably won't know his true opinion until a couple years from now. But I think it came out good. But it can be a little nerve-wracking, painting somebody else's work. So there's a challenge in itself. And I do want to do more collaborations. I've hit up some artists that I know from my day job. I've hit up a few artists out in the community that I want to do some collaborations with. Nothing planned. But just something that, I can get from them or they can get from me, and they can tinker on their own time. No real time pressure to get it done. Just something fun to, creatively, do something different. Yeah, I spelled Navarro wrong. Seeing Navarro piece again, I randomly thought, does silicone melt from foam if you were to make a cast of it? No, I've done many casts actually. I don't have. Oh, I do have one. So I did a couple pieces actually, and I've sold them at one of the conventions I did this year. But this is a block of foam. I did a small single figure diorama, 2 pieces with a window. And I started out with a block of foam, right? Just carved how I wanted. And then I was able to reproduce it, cast it, basically. So now I can produce a bunch of these. And I can show you what that looks like in molding form. I've experimented a lot with molds. This is my dumpster. So I do mold dumpsters now. I used to make them by hand. Here's the concrete mold that I pulled this out of. I thought I was going to be smart and go ahead and just put the holes for the magnets in there. But what I realized is the way I casted this, resin's expensive. So I'm working my way up to bigger pieces. This is the biggest one I've done so far. But that's just too much mold. So what I did was I actually only take about half of it. And you see that here. For the focus. Oh, it doesn't want to focus. So anyway, thinking too far ahead. And then here's the wall that I did. It doesn't look good here, but once the mold comes out, it looks really good. So that's two pieces that go together. And it's just a small diorama. It's really not cost effective because it is a little expensive to make, but it's very cool. It's very sturdy. Um, it's cool for gifts. I gave them all out as gifts. I think the last one to go out is going to go to Billy Moon. Shout out to Billy Moon. Hopefully, I can have that shipped out in the next couple of weeks. Oh, thanks, Mario. Never did collab before. Did 2 this year. It was so awesome. Highly recommend. Yeah, dude. I think you were one of the inspirations when I saw the piece you were working with. 520. Is that who it was? I'm sorry, I'm bad with names. I definitely was like, oh man, I want to do a collab. And I know me and Mario since the beginning of 2021 had talked about doing something, and we just couldn't find the time to do it between our schedules, and finally was able to at the end of the year. That's why I was like, pause, come down, let's build. I know it's the holidays, but let's do this, man. We wanted to do it. Let's get it done in 2021. And I'm one of those guys that like, well think of something cool, procrastinate to the last minute, and then just like go all in. And that's kind of what we did. Like, he got on a plane, came down, and one weekend we built an entire diorama and we hung out. It was a lot for a weekend, but it was super awesome. And we got it done. We closed out 2021 with a smaller collaboration. Yeah, the mold making and casting thing is so expensive. It's impossible to compete with China. It really is, right? There's no way, and that's kind of why. Like at first, when I was like, "Oh, I can mold foam," I was like, "Oh, that's cool. I can make my own pieces and replicate them." But it really isn't cost effective. Like no one, like, I'd have to sell that piece at like to make sense, right? At like 70 to $100. And it's a really small piece. I feel like that's expensive. Some people may sell it for more. Um, but you can't, it's not like China where they're making them, I don't know, 20, $30, right? You just can't compete with that. Yo, B Riviere, somebody else. He won the box of tools that we put together. My procrastination is through the roof. Hey, at some point you just gotta own it, be like, I gotta get this done. So then you gotta, got to get it done. Just do it. It ain't gonna do itself, right? And we got to stop making excuses. Injection molding is the end game for me. Injection molding would be cool. Roto casting, I think, would be cool. I got a design to make one on the laser. I don't know how big I can make it, but it's actually pretty simple. You just you spin your mold as the resin's curing, which most resins have a pretty quick cure time. You can get even ones that are minutes, and you can do a rotocast so that it's basically hollow, and you basically are spinning it kind of like those anti-gravity wheels. I don't know if you've ever seen them. So you create a jig that basically can spin a couple different ways, and you do that while it's curing, which is interesting. Yeah, I'm still making the dumpsters. I meant to shut down my Etsy store and get sidetracked. So there's still some pending orders out there. Here's one here. They're very simple, and these are actually modeled after the Ninja Turtle Playmates ones. It's a little larger, but I looked at it, and that's where I made my first one off of here. This is the foam version. It's just, dollar store foam and then some pieces cut on the Proxon. But like I said before, I use a lot of reference stuff, and I used the Playmates dumpster to make this. That's why doesn't have the real forklift holes or anything. But yeah, so this is it, the resin version, and this is the first cast. You'll see there's a lot of bubbles in it. And for some reason, it bulged out here. Maybe there was some air or the temperature or something. But I was able to find these little wheels, so now I'm putting these little wheels in them. But yeah, it's you know those are probably where I'm do some collaborations on. Probably do like a batch of 10 and then send them out to some artist buddies and say do your thing. The painters that want to do something. Like I'm not really into like selling a bunch of stuff. Like I said, this year I'm just chilling. But if you want one, hit me up. I'll make you one. They're pretty quick. I just don't want to do a whole bunch of them. A craftsman told me how to shrink a mold. Yeah, I think someone tried to tell me about it. They do heads or something like that where they use like oils or minerals, spirits. I don't know. I've not got that far yet. All right, so I didn't want to do a long live tonight. I'm already an hour in. So this is what we're going to do now. There's 22 people here. And I mentioned this earlier, and let me share my screen real quick. All right, you guys tell me if that music's too loud or if you can even hear the music. All right, so Foam Formers has graciously offered up. Let me get this comment off here. Offered up a giveaway for tonight. And the giveaway is going to be a $50 gift card. So what I want to do is just take a few minutes and run through their Instagram and just give them some shout outs. They do shout outs all the time for people, and in return, I'm going to give them a shout out. They are very gracious and they take their time to dedicate their content or their account to artists, right? They go out and they find these artists and they share their work, and they are very big in helping the community and helping artists get recognized. Very supportive of me and my work, very supportive of a lot of people in their work. And it doesn't matter if you're a beginner or if you are a veteran in the hobby, they share out with no I don't know the right word. No discrepancy in your style or tenure in the hobby, right? They share just like here is Oilers, here is I don't know this person, but here's some little like miniature crunch candy bars. Oh, here's my work actually. And you can see, I am no comparison. I'm still new in the hobby. Oilers have been doing it for a long time, very known, and we're side by side here. So it's equal playing field for everybody. Everybody gets equal share here, and it's very gracious of Foam Formers to support us in the hobby like this. So to give back, again, they offered up for a giveaway tonight to one lucky participant in the live a $50 gift card. And we are going to do the typical spinny wheel here. So in order to be a part of this, you have to opt in. And to opt in, that means you got to be live in the chat. That means in the past couple of minutes, you've had to have contributed a message of some sort. And I hope all you guys are ready for this. So rig away. There you go. We're going to do a rig away tonight. In true high school fashion, there will be a rig away. Yes, that made in 1979 sewer dio is amazing. No doubt that is great work. The level of realism there is super, super high. But yes, it is rig away time. So get in the chat, start commenting. Actually, here's something. I think this is fair. Go out and share this. If you guys don't mind sharing this, you haven't already, share it. Let's get some people in here. Well, let's make it interesting for the winners tonight. So if you guys don't mind sharing it, we'll give it a few minutes, and then I'll grab everybody's name out of the live chat, and then we'll do a spinny wheel. And while you're sharing, I'm going to play a little bit of some tunes in the background here. while I set up the spinning wheel. No, I don't spit bars. Wrong channel. Yeah, and make sure you're giving foam formers a follow. If you aren't following foam formers or using their hashtag for your work, if you're a diorama builder, make sure you do that. Get you some recognition. Get them some recognition. Yeah, man, that's what it's about. That's one of my things, man. I really like just you know, there's the passion side of it, which is I'm a builder, but I also want to help folks, right? I'm obviously new. I've only got a couple years under my belt building, but I've been an artist like all my life. I'm a creative thinker. And I want to support those that want to do it. I'm down to share skills, down to share how I do things. I've been in situations where, very timid about sharing. I kind of broke out of that, and I'm willing to help others do it too. So if you have a passion or you want to move into something, whether it's diorama building or some other art form or just, something in life, you should go after it. Don't wait for it to come to you, right? Start learning today. We have every way of finding out how to do something right now, especially with the advent of the internet. 2022 should be your breakout year. There are people everywhere in every hobby doing it big right now. There's inspirations, there's how-tos, there's documentaries. Go do your thing, man. Whatever it is you want to do, you should be doing it. Hey, thanks, Tori Malarkey. Anyway, it makes me feel good to help others or motivate others. Dioramas is something that I like doing, so that's kind of where we're at with it. But whatever passion you got, you should be trying to get it. Get at it. Don't wait. Oh, I want to be a caterpillar. Go be that caterpillar. No. I trip over my words. I'm a very, very bad speaker. But I can be positive. Riggy Will. All right, guys. It's been a few minutes. I did see the numbers go up a little bit, so we'll go ahead and get at it. Drop some chats in the live, so I know you want to participate. We'll grab the names here in the next 30 seconds. Here comes the Riggy Will. What's up, no? What's up, dude? I just realized who that was. Hey, you want to win something? Go make a comment in the chat. All right, I'm grabbing names. Thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you for being a part of this giveaway and being part of the show. And because I make mistakes, I'm going to have you guys review the list. No siblings in here tonight. No family members. Here we go. Here's the spinning wheel. Sorry, if you weren't in, you're not in. Yo, foam formers in the house. What's up? What's up? All right, let's get this started. We have the wheel to side here. You guys can hopefully see that. Let me get rid of the comment. And here are the names for tonight's live. Got Adam G, Bearded Bill, Cerebral Deep, Chad Kinsler, Donald, Doombot 9000, Gary, J Dioramas, Yee, Marcus Yee, Morbid, Noah Pratt, what's up, dude? Oilers, thank you. Toy Malarkey, Toy Rensu, Trans Aaron 38, and White Mike. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, Star Marvel, you're not in there? I grabbed all the names. Anyway, Oilers, you're out. Doombot 9000, you're out. Oh, and the way this is last man or woman standing, guys. Morbid, you're out. Adam G, you're out. Anything posable, out. Deep, you're out. Ooh, Gary, you're out. Mike, you're out. Oh, sorry, Chad, you're out. Again, this is for the $50 gift card from Foam Formers. Thank you, Foam Formers. Trans Aaron, you're out. Toy Malarkey, you're out. Thanks for being a part of the live tonight. J Dioramas, you're out. Was that final four there? Yes, final four. Oh, man. Toy Rensu, you're out. Final three, guys. Oh, Bearded Build. So close. All right, final two. We got Donald, Layton, and Marcus Yee. Congratulations, Donald. So what you need to do now is hit up Foam Formers or hit me up on It's High School Creations over on Instagram so we can get your information. It's probably best if you hit up Foam Formers. I believe he's here in the chat right now. Yeah, make sure you hit him up. Share your information. There he is right there, guys. Congratulations. Thanks for coming out to the live tonight. Thank you all for coming out. It's always fun to interact with you, even though we're geographically located, have the separation between us. Let me stop sharing my screen here. Well, cool. Again, congratulations, Donald. Thank you all for playing tonight. Be a part of the live, coming out and sharing with me the reveal of this diorama, this Charleston themed diorama, which I hope is just the first of many more to do. I do have a plan of doing some other city buildings from downtown Charleston. I may experiment in some different scales because 1/12 scale doesn't allow me to build, as precisely or do a replica like I would like to do. So I may dabble in some smaller sizes that is just like a facade of the outside of it, not just the inside and outside. So maybe I'll do that in my free time this year. But again, thank you all for the support, especially in 2021 and now 2022. Much love to you all. If you're looking to get into the craft or experiment in some creative way, don't hold back. Get into it. There's all these different channels. There's all these people here tonight that do very cool things. Hit them up with questions. Get out on Instagram, get out on YouTube, even TikTok. There's some stuff on TikTok, Twitch, all those channels. You can find cool stuff on how to do it, get inspiration from people. There's no excuse for you not to get after it in 2022. And with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye, good night. Hopefully I see you soon. And until I do, later. Bye.